Hello everyone, I am PyroFalkon and this is Hardspace Shipbreaker. In the last episode, Hal exerted his power all over Dee Dee. That sounds disgusting. I mean, he took away her comm privileges to her family and she is not happy about it. Not that she has any reason not to be. But there's nothing we can do right now, and Weaver is going to try to talk some sense into him. But for us, all we can do is put our heads down and get back to work. So we finished our training ship in the last one. We know how to do level 2 reactors now. And we have the right to buy demo charges, but we need 120 Lynx tokens, and we currently only have 105. So we need to do that. Let's see if we have any messages. We do not. Any emails? Nope. Okay, so just time to get to work. Let's see if we have any damage to our stuff, and I want to get a count of our repair kits. 16 repair kits. That's pretty damn good. Well, now 15. So anything above 10 is fine. Really, anything above 5 is probably fine. And you don't need to necessarily buy any more. Okay, so we have, looking at the points, the Lynx token specifically. That's 7 times a lot. Oh god, I'd have to actually do math on that. Well, if we do this, then when we do the first salvage goal, we'll be able to afford the demo charges. This ship, the Javelin, usually needs demo charges to get all of its pieces apart. We could do it anyway, and then by the time we do the second salvage goal, we'll have enough unlocked that we can get the demo charges. But the way these ships are designed, I prefer using the demo charges right from the start to get some of those pieces off. Ooh. Oh, let's do this one. The heavy cargoes are fun. So this is the mackerel, heavy cargo industrial. Yeah, I like these. And then we'll have enough charges after just 2, or enough license tokens after 2 goals. So yeah, we'll do it. It's kind of an easy ship. I like the longer ships, but for the sake of the show, I think doing the smaller ships is probably better. I could probably cram 2 small ships into one episode. But with the big ships, they definitely are going to take an episode of their own. All right, so, oh god.
Efficiency is a measure of discipline. Productivity is a measure of skill. Output is a measure of drive. Discipline, drive, skill, effort, ambition, strategy, autonomy, integrity, positivity, innovation. I hope what I'm saying is clear. Roads out.
It's not. And you are conflating being inspiring with just repeating buzzwords ad nauseum, but that is also a symptom of that type of personality. This ship has more plating on the side than I'm used to seeing. So the only thing that's pressurized in this one is the cockpit. Let's see if they have a pressure or an atmosphere regulator. Ooh, it doesn't matter if they do. They do have an atmosphere regulator, but I can't get in there. Oh, this is how we're going to have to do it. So we're going to seal the airlock.
Airlock pressurizing.
And then we are going to add atmosphere to this part. Yep, that opens that door, and now we can come in here and depressurize this.
Air pressure level.
And now we can cut outward, which I'm going to do with my cutter here. Carefully. Oh!
Entering rest mode. Your daily performance feedback will be available shortly in the Lynx assessment.
That was the wrong thing to do. Good thing I'm not playing this on Iron Man. I would have been sad. 29 revives remaining. You have been crushed. Use your thrusters to evade hazardous objects. Negligence is a sign of poor character. Fuck you.
All right.
Where's the ship?
You okay? Got yourself good there. Don't sweat it. Happens to the best of us. Always good to review your spare replacement form. See how you can avoid future mishaps.
Oh my god, the ship's over here now?
Rack up the debt, and that's how they get you. Okay, let's get back to work. Weaver out.
One of the airlocks managed to stay pressurized during that whole thing. I see what I did wrong. I cut into the compartments. I know immediately how I could have gotten out of that without destroying myself in the process. Alright, well, that's fine. I was hoping to get through this entire campaign without dying, but it looks like we're going to have at least one, and that could have been a lot worse with all these fuel canisters all over the place. Whatever. Let me see if I can figure out exactly where the problem was. I think it's because I cut into the compartment. Can I? No. I think it's because I cut into the compartment, and then that explosively depressurized everything. And of course, sent the ship tumbling so hard, I got hurt. Oh man. Oh well. Well, it's fine. What's one death among friends? Come on, get out of here. Get out of here, Glass. Come on, go. I need to... Oh, this is going to be really awkward for the rest of this, trying to get everything into their pots. Oh, man. Alright, see, again, you don't necessarily need to do this. Like, if you've completely hosed it, like I've completely hosed it here, it's entirely fair to just scrap the ship and not even worry about doing this, doing the particular ship. But I'm stubborn, and I am going to keep going anyway. Because the ship didn't really break. I mean, some parts of it got destroyed, like the atmosphere regulator got destroyed. And yes, that kind of hurts my income a little bit, but not enough for me to get too worried about it. So this is fine. Everything is fine. Okay. Let's send that over there. Now, these also have some weirdness because each of these panels are breakable. So you want to tether it by its beam. Otherwise, an entire panel will snap off. Yeah, like that. There goes a panel. That is what I did not want to have happen. I don't know if I aimed that wrong or I just grabbed the wrong spot there. There we go. Yeah, this is just going to take longer as a result because I'm going to have to be a little bit more cautious where I aim. And also, the other thing is since the ship is no longer centered to the bins, then that's just going to add to the challenge of getting stuff where I need it to go. I'm going to blame my illness on that one. I had a feeling I shouldn't have done that, but, you know, it's probably fine. But yeah, since I had to use a spare, as they call it, since they had to revive me, I think that adds like $250,000 of debt or something like that. A reasonable but still high amount, so... And then that I just sent into space, because I'm being not cautious. Gotta say, being crushed to death is, it's a good way to get rattled, so we need to try to stop being so rattled. Yeah, this is also part of what I mean about I don't like leaving jobs half-finished. Because even in real life, if I were to screw up pretty bad like that, I would try to fix it. I don't like other people fixing my messes. I'll call for help if I need help, of course, but I prefer doing things myself because that is what being an actual leader is all about.
Are low. Fuel supplies are available for purchase at the Master Jack. Valuable object processed.
Like, I think that, honestly, is a big difference between the good and the bad managers. Your good managers are the ones who could do the work themselves. They just want the help because it takes a little bit of burden off them. Or, or they need it because there's just too much work to be done. Whereas the bad managers are the ones who couldn't do the work anyway. They just like barking orders at you. And you can't trust them to actually help you if you need assistance. And I have had plenty of both. And I'd like to think that's also how I do my channel as well. That I could do the mods jobs if I absolutely had to. And I did do the mods jobs for many, many years before I had mods at all. But that engineers trust among your employees or whatever, your volunteers in my case, that like, if one of my mods needs time off or has prior obligations or whatever, they know I've got it, They can trust me and know that, yup, this compartment. That's where I screwed up. Right there. Because this hole was created when I popped the glass off. And that's what violently depressurized the ship. It actually, all things considered, even though that was a violent decompression, it didn't damage the ship. It moved it a lot, but it didn't damage the ship, and that's important. The components are fine. Oh, there's some meteors in here. Ah. I believe you get stickers if you harvest enough of those. Bin enough of those, I should say, not really harvest. Anyway, I was actually inspired by an old show. So was it AMC? I believe it was AMC. Used to have a ton of cake shows, and I don't know why. Just a lot of chefs making cakes, bakers making cakes. And one of the ones that inspired me was this guy who, like, in his business, he just had too many orders to deal with, and his employees were just not... They were just having an off day. And they couldn't get the work done, so the baker, like, he just rolled up his sleeve, and he usually didn't have to do the cakes himself. I mean, his employees were good at what they did, usually. They were just off their game that day. But he just rolled up his sleeves, got to work, went into the bakery very late, just banged them all out. And even the employees in the to-camera interviews were saying things like, you sort of forget that the guy, you forget how good he is as a baker because, he earned the ability to just have employees do most of the work while he focused on management. But when it came down to it and he needed to get cakes done, he got the cakes done. And that's the kind of boss I guess I want to be eventually, that, if I have to do the work, I will happily do the work. Anyone who does the work for me is just doing it to take a little bit off my plate. And it's the same if I ever hire an editor. Like right now, I edit all my videos because I can't afford to have an editor. And, if I'm lucky enough to get to the position where I can hire an editor, I'm still going to try to keep my skills up because I don't want to come to a point where I can't edit anymore and I have to rely on other people, you know. That's not the way this channel works. It's always been a one-person operation. I mean, as far as the administrative stuff goes. And I want to keep it that way if I can. So I'm trying to always learn and sharpen my skills and otherwise keep doing what I do. And what I need to do is sit up more because I keep slouching. I'm sorry, I'm very tired today and not feeling well. Alright. Oh, I'm getting this mostly under control. And I think after this in-game day, I'm going to take a very short break to get myself some more coffee. For you, it won't matter, because it'll still be a smash cut. See, this is helping. Just getting these... Getting these panels out of here, these armor platings, opens up the ship and gives me more room to work with. I don't like the way the target is freaking out when I aim that far away. Oh wow, I kind of cut the ship in half. That's interesting. Now, the other big problem I've got right now is the thruster, because I need, or I would prefer to flush it, but I think, see, with all these lights that are red, it means that it's unpowered, so I don't think I can. Yeah, it's unpowered. I can still extract it, but it's going to take a little bit more effort to do so. Nothing I can't handle, but more of a pain in the ass than I would prefer it to be. Come on. Why won't you pop off? Oh, because you've still got fuel. Oh, God. Oh, that's going to be a problem. Can I flush it here? Yes. Okay, good. Always look for those flush caps. Or flush switches. Now I could probably pull the... Yes, now I can pull the fuel canister off. Okay. Alright, well, less than 10 seconds. I may as well just hang out. We'll get teleported to the hab. I'm going to get myself some coffee and lick my wounds after that. That was an awful shift. 952,000. That is not much, especially with how much they ding you every day. We didn't even get to the first salvage goal. Well, I said that this was going to be a quick ship, and boy was I wrong. The first recorded stickers were recovered from Ed's Pizza Palace and portrayed as a holographic alien. Those are the very first stickers, huh? Ever? Anywhere? Alright, I have my corporate rations of caffeine pods, by which I mean another cup of coffee. And it's time for another day in the yard with a disaster of a ship that is somehow pointing down and backwards. The good news is I haven't destroyed much of it. Let's buy some more tethers. I've got... Oh.
Poutine with a speedo crunch. What? No, a donburi of some kind. Chicken, if I was rich. No, you know what? A gooey cricket pizza with real cheese.
Drifted off again there, Kai?
Oh, oops. Hey, Weaver. Sorry, yeah, I'll get back to it.
No need to apologize. The food is sorely hurting up here. Trust you me, I know. Didn't realize how good I had it back when I was clam fishing Earthside. Kill for a clam stew right about now.
You used to fish for clams? I remember reading about clams. Never got to try some, though.
Yeah, the work was mighty arduous for sure. But a warm bowl of clam stew was a nice break from the usual grub I was brought up on. Maybe one day we can all grab a bowl together.
Clam stew? Oh, I'd love that. Thanks, Weaver.
You bet, kiddo.
Processing valuable objects.
Oh, Kaido.
Credits awarded.
Okay, so this is just going to get real awkward while I peel the ship and try to figure out what exactly is going on here. A tiny chunk of that is supposed to go to the furnace because of the glass, but we're not going to worry about that tiny chunk. Right now, I'm just more concerned about separating these pieces and trying to salvage our operation, and no pun intended, just trying to recover this mess. At least the good part about the direction this blew when it decompressed is that it went away from the furnace, because as long as it's telling me I can snap that off, but I can't. Oh, now I can. There we go. If it's too close to the furnace, then that makes extractions really, really dangerous. But being close to the barge here, even if something falls in the barge, I can pull it out and then put it in its appropriate bin, if I have to. And even if not, like here, I can use this metal chunklet of the stand, or of the space station, kind of as a shelf if I have to move something. So this could have been a lot worse. I'm just going to need a little bit of surgical precision if I'm going to get everything harvested properly, like that. Like I have to pull stuff away from the ship and then figure out what direction it needs to go. Okay, so this is scrap. This is a atmosphere regulator that did not start broken. So that's probably a huge chunk of that red bar up there about the parts that were damaged. So that bottle is nothing. That's worth $100. I'm just gonna shoot that out of there. Collect the rod. This multi-tool is worth 4,000, which is not much in the grand scheme of things, but we'll get it out. So the fact that the reactor is still in one piece is something close to a miracle, because with a violent decompression like that, it would have, and with this meteor right next to it, it would have been all too easy for that reactor to get bumped. And if the reactor had been bumped, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have been able to recover. But instead, I got lucky. And now we just need to very slowly extract all of these parts. And I think that I'll be in good shape at that point. So, does this panel have anything it needs? Extracted? No. So this whole thing goes to the processor. And then I believe the meteorite pieces go to the furnace.
Valuable object processed. Credits awarded.
Yes, the asteroids shards. And they're not worth a tremendous amount, but they're worth enough that I kind of want to do this. So we'll send that one there. And that one can go there. Okay, what is this thing? That goes to the barge. It looks like... Yes, that is just loose, so we can send it to the barge. This goes to the furnace. This bag of chips goes to the furnace, and doesn't really matter if I miss, because I don't think it's worth anything, but I've got some wires here we need to collect. So, as always, what I'm mainly doing right now is just trying to get a path so we can extract the reactor clean. because we don't want it bumping anything, and we don't want it... We want to make sure we have an exit strategy when we start to get it out of here. Well, I think I've done what I need to do. I think that's going in, hopefully. Yep, okay. Whew, boy. I could really use a more powerful light. That would be a nice upgrade if that existed. Just a much stronger headlamp. That is not a thing. Okay, that's done. We've got computer terminals here. Whoa, the thing is so light, I am moving that chunk of the ship. That's not good. It's not good for me to be moving that entire chunk right now. Because the more it moves, the harder it will be for me to actually salvage everything in it. I don't have enough oxygen. I was hoping to last until 7:30. Well, whatever. Oxygen is not that expensive. Get some fuel also. I am definitely overspending in this run, but I also know what's going to happen with the money, so I'm kind of abusing player knowledge there over character knowledge. All right, and come on. What the? Oh God, that was so close to killing me. Holy crap, I thought we got the glass in the thing. Oh, dude. Alright. Wow, that could have been really bad, because at the speed that thing was coming at me, if that had cracked me in the skull, I think that would have been another death. This would have been the cursed ship. Okay, that's that meteorite piece. Alright. I think this might be a cursed ship anyway, man. I've made more mistakes on this ship than I have the entire run up until this point. Okay. Anything else in here? There's a chair. There are computer terminals. There's a lot of things in here. See, the fact that the cockpit is moving around is causing me a lot of grief. And had I done this properly, it would not be moving around like this. So I need to very carefully extract the parts I can. I mean, interestingly, one advantage here that I hadn't considered is the reactor is still housed, so it's not melting down. I mean, in theory, I could just send this entire section of the ship into the barge, and while I wouldn't get any money for the panels, I would still get money for the reactor. I wonder if it's more efficient to do it that way. Because the panel was not going to be worth that much.
Gunner, there's 5 minutes remaining in this ship.
5 minutes? It's taken me 10 minutes just to extract the cockpit this much? Oh my god, alright. Get in there, get in there, get in there. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Oh shit, get in, get in. Alright, so the rest of this goes to the furnace. Oh, definitely the cursed ship. Okay, well, we've done half of it. Let's see, the nacelles could go. Now that I flushed them. I don't recall that being a thing. I know they keep... Or I've noticed that whenever there's an update, I seem to see configurations of the ships that I haven't seen before, which is cool, but also it keeps me on my toes a little bit. There we go. Alright, so those are the nacelles, and the nacelles go to the barge. I don't know when I freed up this computer terminal, but that can go.
Salvage secured. Applying credit.
Okay, that's that. Alright. Okay, now we can get access inside.
Salvage deposit accepted.
Still have to watch what's behind my cutter, because I'm a little close to some fuel canisters right now. And really, what I need to do is I need to peel the ship. Because otherwise I don't think I can safely get some of this stuff here. There we go. And this large panel can go. Oh, it's a cargo hatch. The cargo hatch goes to the barge. I wonder why that is. Maybe it's made of, like... I mean, plot-wise, I wonder why that is. Maybe it's made of different material or metals or something. Okay. I mean, at the end of this, we're going to have access to the skeleton of the ship, and then we should be able to get something accomplished. Minute and a half left. I should have the oxygen I need to survive a minute and a half. This one goes to the furnace. Yeah, see, this is where it gets wonky when I have to
1 minute left, Cutter.
do some weird maneuvers in order to get this thing where it needs to go. Oh, something's in the barge that shouldn't be. Cargo hatch. Oh, panel nanocarbon. It's only 3,000. It's not worth me pulling out. Especially since we only have 30 seconds left. Let's go ahead and call it a day. Because I don't want to risk my oxygen. And there's really not enough time to do anything else. See, I don't mind calling it a day with 30 seconds left or something. Not when the ship is in that kind of state. That's not bad. We've only destroyed $250,000 worth of stuff. We still have $4 million to go. Given what happened, that's not bad.
Hello, Shipbreaker. Overnight genetic backup complete. Pattern deviation nominal. Have a good day.
It's only nominal. It's fine. 1.157 billion. We are very slowly chipping away, and we now have enough license points to purchase the sparkless demo charges. So we're going to do that like that.
Ah, I see you grabbed the demo charge license. Great choice. All right, Cutter. Now for some training on how to use... Just chuck them down and light them up. Should see a big boost in efficiency. Hey, Cutter. I'm, patching through the operation manual for those things. Be careful, okay?
Yeah, no problem. I know how to use them. So the whole problem with the demo charges is that, especially by default, they have a very large explosion radius. And if you bonk the reactor or something like that, you've got a problem. I'm going to set one off here just because that way that thing goes away. So, will it not let me? Will it not let me put one here? It won't. Okay, well, I just hucked it. I don't know where it went. So that's going to be a problem when I trigger it, because I have no idea where it went.
Ready? Give that trigger a squeeze.
Okay.
And lift off.
Alright, that was over here somewhere. Alright, anyway, the nice thing about these demo charges is they cut through level 2 or level 3 material. So my cutter, this thing, can only cut through level 1. And this nanocarbon, for example, is a level 2, so my cutter can't do anything here. But if I put a demo charge on it, I could cut through that. And that is a shortcut sometimes when you need to explosively decompress something. But it's also highly dangerous and shouldn't be used all willy-nilly. So we will, alright. Didn't mean to pull that, and I just bonked it into the thing. Holy crap. This is the worst ship ever. There we go. Anyway, I don't use the demo charges unless I need them. I prefer doing things the slow and meticulous way. But I am a slow and meticulous gamer, therefore I make decisions like that, so you'll get to see it in action, don't worry. We will need them. There are some ships that require use of the demo charges. And there are some that if you know what you're doing and you're really careful, then you can still use them in different circumstances to make your job a little bit easier. But those situations are kind of few and far between. And for this ship, it's really not a good idea. Mainly because I boofed it from the beginning. Alright, let's push that. That did nothing. Okay. I don't know if that's still attached. I don't think it is. It's not. I don't know why it's holding on. Oh, man.
Salvage deposit secured. Credits awarded.
I mean, like I said, at least I've got a good angle from here to the barge, so all this little stuff, I should be able to get it out of here pretty easily.
Account credited.
It's just a matter of getting the rest of the superstructure out of here. I need to do one more episode because I'm a little behind on my scheduling right now for the show. And the problem is that I'm suddenly off my game after the disaster that has happened today. Okay. Let's boosh. Good. That whole thing is for the processor, but there might be a panel on the outside. There is not. Okay, cool. I didn't realize I already took care of that. The processor with you. And then you need to go to the barge. And you need to go to the processor as well.
Applying credit to account.
Okay.
Salvage goal
Yeah, see, it's much slower work since I goofed it, but we are making progress. That's not the one with the fuel, is it? Because if it is, I just goofed that a little bit. No, that is not the one with fuel. Okay. We do need to try to get the fuel canisters out of here, though. This fuel tank is really full. And I don't know where that went. That did not go where I wanted it to. There we go. Alright, well that clears that one out. At least now I can do this. That opens the panel. Okay. This panel goes to the processor. What I'm not sure about is if I cut the pipe free, if that's going to cause an explosion. How is this still holding on? I don't know. Oh, it's not. It's not holding on. Aha.
Object processed. Transferring credits.
Oh my god, I'm so turned around now. Alright, so we're going to need to move the panel a bit manually to line it up to tether it. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Oh boy. Okay, so here comes this part. Is this going to cause a fire? I don't think so, because if there is fuel in the pipe has a little yellow light to indicate it. So I think cutting here is going to be safe. Okay, thank God. Alright, so now we're going to take that fuel pipe. And huck it into the processor. We're going to get ourselves some oxygen. Don't need fuel because there is a fuel canister in the ship, so we can just steal that. So, alright, so now what I need to do is the same thing, but from this side. So if I've got these, if these panels are free, which I believe they are, yes, good. Send that to the processor. Send this to the processor. I mean, we're to the point where basically all that's left is a skeleton of the ship, and that's what we want. I think we might even get done in this shift, but a few things are going to have to go right, and there's going to have to be less little stuff that's around, and there's a lot of little stuff here because this is a cargo ship, so it makes sense. Okay.
Salvage registered. Transferring credits.
There we go. Alright, so now we just need to pull the fuel canister off, as we did with the other side.
Object processed. Transferring credits.
There we go. I wonder if I don't need to cut the pipe off. Is it attached to... Yeah, it's attached to something that goes with the processor anyway. Okay. So cutting the pipe is unnecessary.
Salvage accepted. Credit applied.
Yep, so now we're left with basically nothing but the structure here. Oh yeah, I think I will get done on this shift. I just have to make sure I use proper cuts.
Shift clock says 5 minutes left. You know what to do.
I sure do. Hopefully I don't screw it up again this time. Okay. Is this not loose? Oh, that's a problem. Wait, it is loose. Fantastic. Okay, so the only pieces left are that thing and this one. Let me grab my thruster fuel while I'm here. Okay. I don't know where that other little metal grate went, but that's not my concern at the moment. So this entire section goes to the furnace. And I believe it's ready for the furnace. Except I misaimed, and that's going to be a problem. There we go. That should send it where it needs to go. So the only thing left now is the engine and the thruster cap. So because I did not flush the thruster, it now requires an extra step to extract. And I think it might... Okay, never mind. I thought it was going to possibly be still attached to the thruster cap, but thankfully that is not true. Okay, so now, see, I won't be able to just pull this thing straight out now because it's attached to this cross section over here. And so basically, I either need to send the cross section into the barge and lose it, or send the thruster into the processor and lose it. One part goes to the processor, one goes to the barge. They are permanently attached because I did not flush it. So there's nothing I can do. Something has to go to the wrong spot. So the structure is only $686. The thruster is almost $500,000, so that's a pretty easy choice. Everything just goes to the barge. Like so. Yep. Okay, and then the rest of this is just goes into a processor, and then we will be finished. And I'll take one last look around, see if there's anything sitting around. There's something over here and something over there. Let's see what the somethings are, see if we can get some money out of it. That is an asteroid shard. Ooh, it did not go all the way in for some reason. But there we go, now it's going. And then what was over here? That is an antenna. And this goes to the barge. That's worth $58,000. Definitely worth it. Okay, anything else? I do not see anything else. I think we're as done as we're going to get. Yeah, the only thing that's missing is the structure that I cannot extract. So that's just a few $1,000s lost. There's also... The ship is not 100% complete, but I'm not sure what I'm missing. It could be just something that's blown into space. Oh, like this. You know, there's the other metal thing. But I mean, that's not going to be worth all that much. We can do a little bit of cleanup, but...
Time is winding down, Cutter.
Yeah, it's only worth 21 grand. That's actually kind of worth it, but not really. Yep. There we go. All right. I believe that is as close to a success as we're going to get. So we're going to call that a shift and call that an episode. Just under 50 minutes according to my production timer. $4 million. Left 14,000 outstanding and destroyed 300,000. Could have been better. Could have been a lot worse if we had bumped. I say we. If I had bumped the reactor during the explosive decompression, that would have been a severe problem. But we got our demo charges, and we are good to go for another day. Let's see if there is any last-second message. There is not, so in the next episode, we're going to get a new ship, and hopefully do it a little cleaner than this one. Thank you all very much for watching. I will see you again soon for another episode.